Hello there YouTube. I actually have a nice ride during the daytime today. Just to the way to work, or just off the way to work. So, it's not cold. But I'll tell you what, I did make a vlog yesterday about me cold killers. Waste of 16 quid to be honest. I don't know what I expected from them, but my hands were bloody freezing yesterday. Absolutely pointless purchase. May as well just put up with just some £1 gloves underneath them. So may have to rethink the tactics of keeping the hands warm. What, dirt in the road here? Get over here. So yeah, I may have to rethink the tactics of keeping the hands warm. Maybe some heated gloves or some heated grips. Lots of people have told me heated grips are well worth it. I don't know. Lots of people tell me they're not. So I've never had a set. So I know people who have had them and they've caused issues for their bikes. I know someone who had a set melt on their handlebars. So, you know, I don't want to do that to my bike. I don't want to add something to it which is just going to make more work for myself later to take off or clean off if something goes wrong with them. I'd rather just keep the stuff I have to do to my bike, just stuff to keep it running. And heated hand grips don't help it run. Might help you ride, but they don't help the bike run, so what's the need for them, honestly. Another thing, I was going to make a vlog about the old how they've updated the test laws. I know people have done it, and I thought, well, that's a bit silly to start with. But I don't know, I'm torn now, because I've had a couple of conversations lately with a few people about the new bike laws, and they've had totally different views on them. I went to buy my rear caliper seals the other day, and the guy in the garage and showroom was selling a YBR. No? Yeah, a YBR 125. The guy wanted to know what the cash price was for his 17-year-old until he passed his full test. And he got the news that even if he passed his full test, he'd only be on a 125 till he was 19. The boy's dad couldn't believe it, said that he wouldn't buy him a bike now until he was 19. So that was their opinion on it. They thought it was ridiculous that you had to retake your test again and again. Whereas a lad at work, he's 16, almost 17, and his mum wants to get him a 125. And then said, yeah, he can do his full test afterwards, and what can he ride? So I told her, well, he'll be on a 125 till he's 19. And she said, oh, well, that's really good. And even the lad himself was like, well, it's not that bad. It's a bit of a shame that I can't get a bigger bike quicker, but, you know, I only have to wait till I'm 19, and then I can have like a 500, or, you know, a sports tourer on the new laws, which I think is 44 brake horsepower, 45 brake horsepower, I'm not too sure, but yeah, so he thought that was a good idea. The guys in Orwell's wanting a 125 for his 17-year-old didn't think it was a good idea. He was quite angry about it, said that his son couldn't have a bike. Yeah, said that his son couldn't have a bike because of that, which was quite funny to me. I thought, either way, just get him a damn bike. I thought my camera bleeped there to stop recording. And also, while I'm talking about tests, the old Suffolk Andy, my old father, was telling us about passing his test and how easy it was. Well, to be honest, I didn't think this new test stuff was that hard. Yeah, we have to do a mod 1 and mod 2, but I done mine all within a week. It was a cancellation of mod 2, but I did my mod 1. Those of you who watched my first vlog, you know this already because I've already said it. But my dad said that the driving test then was just drive round here, drive round there, do this, do that. And that's all it is now. It's absolutely all it is, and there's nothing to it. All I had to do was go and do me mod 1, do all the manoeuvres, the U-turns and stuff, emergency brake, speed trap, and that. And I got 1 minor on that. That was easy. I was nervous for my mod 1 because I hadn't really ridden a bike for years. Nothing like what I was riding. I was riding a 650 a Sports Tourer Kawasaki ER650. I had the N model without the front, no fairing, no wind sort of stuff, and that was a fantastic bike. It rid lovely, like a dream. So I did all these handling tests on that and done some U-turns and stuff. And he said, yeah, you passed your mod 1. So I went back and said, when can I book my mod 2 for? And they said, well, we have a mod 2, this was a Wednesday, we have a mod 2 on the Thursday. No, the Friday. I done my mod 1 on the Wednesday, and I had my mod 2 on the Friday, and I had a 4-hour lesson in the middle, and my 4-hour lesson was fantastic. Good ride, loads of bad habits, but next day, went to tackle my test, and I was cacking it, but I knew that the examiner was a motorcyclist himself, obviously, and I knew that he probably just appreciates that everyone who hasn't rid wants to get on the road and do it. So off I went with him for a ride, and I treated it just as a ride. He told me to go this way, I went that way. He told me to go that way, I went that way. So, and I just rid around. And there was one point where I thought I'd failed it, because we pulled off of a 30-mile-an-hour zone into a national speed, and I didn't see the sign, it was behind a bush, and he had to tell me that it was now a national speed limit, so that I'd speed up, because I was doing 30 down there. And in my head I was thinking, this is a national speed, but I was like, well, I don't know, I didn't see a sign, so I just stuck at 30, as you would, just in case. I didn't get a minor for it, luckily. But when we went round the corner, there's a tricky school zone. Now I was scared after this. I went off up the road at 60 in the national speed, and he said turn left at the end. Just going to get past this. And he said go left at the end and left again. So I went left, and I went left again, and I went off up the road. Luckily he didn't see this, but I kept going at 30, 35 before I realised, oh wait a second, this is a school zone, I need to be doing 20. So luckily by the time he came around the corner I was back down at 20, and he knew no different, so I passed with no minors. So Suffolk Andy said his test was easy. I say the test is easy. Well, hey. No, but I'm sure people do find it hard that they have to do all these manoeuvres and all of this stuff, but I mean, if you want to ride a bike, you're going to learn how to do these manoeuvres, and then your test isn't going to be hard once you've had practice at it. I want to get past these. I'm getting covered in dirt. So yeah, I had a 4-hour lesson between my mod 1 and my mod 2, and I had a 1-hour lesson before my mod 1, of which the examiner was late, and I got about 15 minutes practice before my mod 1. That was good, and I passed. There we go. Sorry if all you guys have watched all of my vlogs or been watching from the start and know all of that, but Suffolk Andy said his test was easy. I say the test was easy. See ya.